Hey everyone, how's it going? All right. All right. All right. So anyways, yeah. Hey everybody, how's it going? All right. I'm just doing a little bit of sharing. So anyways, I'm just gonna type in a hello. All right. So anyways, yes. Hello there. This is Big Jim Blogcast Live version 7.0. So anyways, it is episode 312. It is Sunday, March 23rd, 2025. That's Pieces Missing, the opening theme song and closing theme song of Big Jim Blogcast Live by the band Sheen. So just checking out my notifications here. Welcome to Big Jim Blogcast Live on this Sunday night. So I'm just going to let me do a little bit more sharing here. Let's see. So, nope, actually we're not. So, all right. So I'll just... Okay. So... Wrestling World, Wrestling Lover, there we go, back to the 80s, there we are, okay, podcast promotion group, 80s hair metal bands, okay, long live World Championship Wrestling bloggers, classic TV and movies, there we go. Wolfgang Van Halen, there we go. Share your blog posts. All right. Glam metal, hair rock. All right. Okay. So if you're out there, let me, say hello. Let me know you're there. But welcome to Big Jim Blogcast Live, version 7.0, episode 312. Big Jim Blogcast Live airs Sunday nights on Facebook, the occasional Fridays, the occasional wine o'clock Wednesdays. We're in our 7th year of Big Jim Blogcast Live, debuted back in 2019. This year, expect more craft beer reviews. We've done over like maybe 250. Tonight's craft beer, trying it for the very first time. It's a hazy IPA. It's by the Torch Brewing Company in Grand Bend, Ontario, Canada. We do craft beer reviews. We pair it with a good cigar. Tonight we have like Prize Fighter cigar from Nicaragua. And accompanying that, we accompany it with a good spirit, usually Maker's Mark bourbon whiskey. All right, straight bourbon whiskey. All right. So anyways, yeah. So retro, vintage, classic, nostalgia. Let's see. All right, where are we? Feed. Okay. So, all right. So retro, vintage, nostalgia, classic, yesteryear are the buzzwords here. We talk about classic movies, classic rock, classic TV, classic pro wrestling, classic albums, along with This Week in Van Halen history, the occasional classic board game, classic toys, along with local events, Bongos, countdowns, birthday shoutouts to all our friends, and my sidekick, Cactus Jack. So here we go. Here he is. All right. So, anyways, the Blogcast, seen in U.S. and Canada now, is worldwide. We're seen in UK, Mexico, France, Spain, Germany, etc. Hold on here. Excuse me. It's a sign of a good cigar. But anyway, thank you for tuning in and turning us on, and enjoy the show. Politics and religion are banned here. And actually, we're not spam. I want to tell you right now, Big Jim Blogcast Live is, we're not spam. Like us, share, subscribe to us. The audio version of this blogcast will go out in Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Listen note to my own YouTube channel, Big Jim Blogcast Live at youtube.com. So yeah. So cheers, everybody. I'll give you my disclaimer right now. I may say a few bad, dirty words like shit, damn, screw, fuck. That'll go out. You know what? Go to your safe space. Grab a Kleenex. I may say a few of those words tonight. So, all right. All right. So, yeah, like I said, Big Jim Blogcast Live, version 7.0, episode 312. Say hello if you're out there. Send some likes and loves. And all right. There we are. I'll send some likes and loves there. Sunday, March 23rd, 2025. Checking out this notification here. All right. So, anyways, what we got on tap. Oh, bongo. All right. Excuse me. I'll keep this like over here. All right. So we'll just keep this like right under here. All right. So what we got on tap for today? We will get to my craft beer review. We will get to some birthday. We'll get to some birthday shout outs, countdowns, local events. We'll talk about what we got on tap for tonight. The career of legendary character actor Wings Hauser. Our movie Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Park. Our TV one-hit wonder Kingpin. Star Wars Mouse Droids. WCW's Shockmaster. We'll do our George Foreman tribute to go over the career of George Foreman. And classic albums. This Van Halen 2. Plus this week in Van Halen history. So welcome to Big Jim Blogcast Live. So let's see if I can do a bit more to your story. All right, there we are. Share, there we are. All right, and there we go. Okay, so let's see. Bring back 80s memories. There we are. Okay, I'm going to just vlogger community. Whoops, no. Okay, so all right. Okay. Okay. So, anyways, yeah. All right. So, all right. Welcome to Big Jim Blogcast Live version 7.0, episode 312. Okay. So before I get into this, I'm gonna give you my craft beer review. Prize Fighter, a Nicaraguan cigar. Now, tonight's craft beer, all right, is called Hazy IPA. It's by the Torch Brewing Company in Grand Bend, Ontario, Canada. I do give it a rating. I'm trying this beer for the very first time tonight, but let me tell you all right. So I'm going to give you my beer rating system here: 10 to 1. Outstanding, awesome, excellent, very good, above average, average, below average, not very good, terrible, awful. So, all right, and so we wanted that to fall in there. All right, my bongo. All right. So, anyways, if you're out there, say hello. And so. All right, so maybe I'll do a little bit more sharing here to more groups. There we go. Okay, so, all right. Flying high again. Boo. All right, there we go. Inspirational blogs. There we go. Hair Metal Central. All right, Bongos. Okay. Bongos. Okay, there we are. All right, there we are. So, all right. Okay. So, anyways, yeah, if you're out there, say hello. All right, now we get back to our craft beer review for tonight. So, if you're out there, say hello. Yeah, and also, I'm gonna show you guys it's the Growler. This is Ontario's craft beer guide. It's $3. You can pick it up in any Ontario craft brewery. This tells you all about the craft breweries that are in Ontario. You can get it in your local craft brewery or your LCBO. So pick it up. All right. So, anyways, yeah, like I said, I do give these beers a rating from what's it going to give you? 1, 9, 10, 8, 6, 7. Well, stick around, find out. We're going to open this beer. All right, accompanying this beer for tonight is a Prize Fighter Nicaraguan. Seemed fitting for George Foreman. All right, so anyway, yeah. All right. So, anyways, here we go. We've got Maker's Mark, bourbon whiskey. All right. And bourbon whiskey on ice. Oh, whoa. Yeah. All right. So, anyways, here we go. Like I said, I'm trying this beer for the first time. I've got their glass, the Torch Brewing Company in Grand Bend, Ontario. I think I might send this to Messenger Torched Brewing Company. Torched. All right. Nope. I can't seem to get. Nope. All right. So, all right. So maybe if I can. No, not really. So, anyways, all right. So here we go. All right. I'm going to open this puppy up. Let's see here. All right. Well, it's pouring quite rather nicely. So, all right. So, anyways, now let's go over the can here. Our hazy IPA is a double dry hop New England style beer with floral and strong citrus notes. The first sip brings a strong citrus, tangerine, and mango flavor with a hint of pine coupled with a smooth finish. So here we go. Like I said, I'm trying this for the very first time tonight. Okay, yeah. All right. You can definitely taste the citrus in here, combined with a little bit of the tangerine and mango. Yeah, that's it. They said it. You can taste all of it in here. Little bit of a sour aftertaste to it, but it's got to grow on me all through the blogcast. I do give it a rating out of 10 later on in the blogcast. If you're still here and sticking around, if you want to throw out a number, see if it matches up with mine, feel free to do so. Yeah, and so, all right, so, definitely different. I'll decide whether it's just a spring, summer, or fall beer here. So, all right, so I'll just put this back here, along with like the Prize Fighter cigar. All right. Okay, so anyways, yeah, Big Jim Blogcast Live version 7.0, episode 312, Sunday, March 23rd, 2025. All right, send in messenger. All right, there we are. Doug. All right, okay. There we are. So send separately. There we are. So anyways, yeah, just sent you messenger. But anyways, welcome. All right, that's an interesting beer. Oh, All right. So we'll get to like our meat and potatoes of the blogcast here. All right. So anyways. Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Park. I've got that on right now. We're going to do some birthday shout-outs here. So, anyways, with my buddy Cactus Jack. All right. So, birthday shout-outs, March 17th to the 23rd. We've got Catherine Mass, Jason Dean Simon, Bill Dennis, Loco Rolla, Kieran Morcorbier, Renee Duquette, Marie Joseph, Gloria Vassal, Wendy Norman. Happy birthday, everybody, from Big Jim's Blogcast Live. There we go. Catherine Mash, Jason Dean Simon, Bill Dennis, Loco Rolla, Kieran Moncorbier, Renee Duquette, Marie Joseph, Gloria Vassal, Wendy Norman. So happy birthday, everybody, from Big Jim's Blogcast Live. All right. To you. There we go. All right. Bongo. All right. Bam. All right, bongo solo. All right. So tonight, before we get going, I'm going to hawk the hotline, the Big Jim Blogcast Live hotline, a couple of times, maybe 2 or 3 times tonight. 1-800-867-5309. It's toll free to call. Call me on your rotary phone or your cell, saying, "How's that beer, Jim? Well, we love the blogcast." Yada yada yada. There we go. 1-800-867-5309. So there you go. All right. Boom. Okay. And so, all right. And, okay, start us off. Also, maybe 3 or 4 times tonight, Big Jim Blogcast Live is not spam. The audio version will go out later on Spotify, Apple Podcast, all these audio listening platforms which you podcast to, plus my own YouTube channel, Big Jim Blogcast Live at youtube.com. I want to give shouts out to everybody watching in the Sarnia Port Elgin groups. Sarnia rocks. Michelle, you guys rock. pop culture, retro, classic, vintage, nostalgia, yesteryear groups, all the Van Halen, Kiss, hard rock, hair metal, classic rock groups. Amanda, how are you? I see. Thank you for coming out. The craft beer, cigars, sci-fi, Star Trek, Star Wars, pro wrestling, blog, classic TV and movies, birthdays, Bongos, Rubik's, all the pop culture groups, the George Foreman groups, right on. So, okay. Thank you, Amanda. And Amanda, our my cigar tonight is a prize fighter cigar, Nicaraguan, Dominican. Accompanying our craft beer for tonight is Maker's Mark Bourbon Whiskey. Very strong. Wow. Wow. Ha. And the craft beer for tonight, we've got Hazy IPA by the Torch Brewing Company in Grand Bend, Ontario, Canada. And I'm trying this beer for the very first time tonight. So I'll just top that up. I want to take everybody look at that texture there, color. Yeah, it's definitely it goes down. There's a little bit of a sour taste to it, but I'm sure that'll disappear. I do give this a rating out of 10 later on the Blogcast. So if you're still here and sticking around and you want to throw out a number, feel free to do so. But you can really taste all that, the combination, the tangerine, the mango, and the pine. So, all right. So, all right. So I'll just put this back here for now. Also, one of 4 tries tonight. I've got I'll take this Rubik's Cube out of its Big Jim Blogcast Live coffee mug. Tonight's color is white. For those of you who don't know what this is, if you're under 30 or under 40, this is a Rubik's Cube, legendary toy from the 80s. Premise is simple, all 9 sides. All you got to get. The real pros solve this within an hour. So I'm going to get tonight's color. I'm going to do all white. So here we go. A couple of spins. All right. So, you biatch. This is complicated. All right, come on. Okay, come on. All right. Oh, come on. All right. That's all I got for now. So I'll put it back. That's the first of 4 tries tonight. I gotta warn you guys, there might be a little bit of a bathroom break going on. So as we get some countdowns and our local events. All right. So, yeah. All right. So, this is Big Jim Blogcast Live version 7.0, episode 312, Sunday, March 23rd, 2025. Thank you for ending your weekend with me, as we are going to get us into some countdowns now. Victoria Day long weekend is 57 days away. Father's Day is 84 days away. Mother's Day is 49 days away. Good Friday is 26 days away. Easter is 28 days away. And summer, that is 89 days away. So there we go. So now you know. So now, when I do these craft beer reviews, I don't go, well, it's a very highbrow, exquisite tasting type of beer. No, I don't do that. I just go with my gut, what's in here. So, and we'll just So, it is Hazy IPA by the Torch Brewing Company in Grand Bend, Ontario, Canada. And if somebody could do me that favor and share this blogcast with the Torch Brewing Company, much appreciated. So, yeah, I'm going to put this back here for now. So, all right. So we got we're going to get in some local events here. So, yes. Now, all right. Okay, here we go. The Alvinston Pro Rodeo 2025, Friday, June 13th to June 15th, 3310 Walnut Street, Brook, Alvinston, Ontario. Strathroy Rib Fest, Friday, July 4th to July 6th, 334 Metcalf Street West. Stay tuned for more updates on that. The Big Bounce Canada Delaware Speedway, 722 Gideon Drive, Middlesex Center, June 13th, 2025, 9 a.m. to June 15th, 10 p.m. Saugeen District Secondary School All Decades Reunion. Whoops. All Decades Reunion. June 21st, 2025, 12 p.m. I will get to that. I will follow the page for more updates on Sarnia Rib Fest, Amanda. The All Decades Reunion, June 21st, 2025, 12 p.m. to June 22nd, 2025. It'll be held at the Lakeshore Racquetball Fitness Center, 1177 Goddard Street, Port Elgin. There is going to be a dance. There's going to be a pub crawl hosted by Three Sheets Brewery in Port Elgin, another great brewery there. It should be a good time, like all decades, 60s, 70s, I think 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, well into the 2000s. There's going to be a high school tour. Like I went to high school there for 4 years. Like I need a tour. But anyways, hey, spring show and sale Saturday, April 26, 2025, 9 a.m. Event by Big Brothers Big Sisters, Sarnia Lambton, Alexander Mackenzie Secondary School, 1257 Michigan Avenue. Admission $7. Kids 12 and under for free. Saturday, May 24th, 2025, 9 p.m. is the Pearl Jam tribute at Twisted Arm Restaurant Bar in Sarnia. $10 at the door. The London Butter Tart Festival, March 29th to March 30th at Westmount Shopping Center, 785 Wonderland Road South. London, Ontario, admission $5. Kids and under 10 and under are free. Sarnia Pop Culture Show, the Point Edward Arena, Sunday, April 13th, 10 a.m. till 6 p.m. Lots of stuff going down there. There might be some special guests. There might be there's toys, cosplay. It's a good time. It's put on from the guys who run Future Pastime, so you know it's going to be great. It's going to be at the Point Edward Arena in Point Edward. Bob Noxious, Thursday, April 17th, 9 p.m. at the Eastside Bar and Grill. Tickets, eventbrite.ca. 750 Hamilton Road, London. Saturday, April 26th, 12:30 to 4 p.m. is a grilled cheese pop-up at Stonepicker Brewing Company. Greta, I see you're watching. Welcome. 7143 Forest Road, Wyoming. It's hosted by the Cheese Wedge. Stonepicker, another great brewery. They're friends of the Blogcast. They know us. They're a little out of the way in Wyoming, but it's worth it to go. They had some really great beers. All right. Blue Water Border Fest, Saturday, June 21st, Centennial Park, Sarnia. The acts are Billy Talent, Red Jumpsuit Apparatus, Faber Dune, www.bluewaterborderfest.com. Mark and the guys put a pretty good show on. They pick up the pieces from where Bayfest left off. In 2019, they're friends of the Blogcast too, so they might give us tickets to give away on here. So stay tuned for that. Not promising anything, but there might be a ticket draw. You never know. All right. All right. Rumblefish, Rockin' the River Cruise, Saturday, June 7th, 7 p.m., Duke to Orleans 2. Tickets, you got to get them from any band member. So hunt down any band member of Rumblefish and you'll get tickets. Friday, May 9th, 7 p.m., Steel Panther and Buck Cherry, the Northern Exposure Tour, London Music Hall, 184 Dundas Street, London. Tickets, Ticketmaster.net. So, Beer yoga at Sarnia Imperial City Brew House Imperial City Brewhouse, another great brewery right here in Sarnia. 1330 Expo Street. Saturday, April 5th, 10:45 a.m. It's $20 per person. Bring a yoga mat and block if you're into that. So, right on. So, that is our local events here. All right. So, anyways, if you want to know more, call the hotline, 1-800-867-5309 on your, rotary phone here, right there. It's toll free to call. Hey, call us up. Hey, Jim, how's that beer? How's it going? Love the Blogcast tonight. So, anyways, 1-800-867-5309. 1-867-5309. So, all right, bam. All right, so, and we've got Cactus Jack here. Say hello, Cactus Jack.
Hello, Cactus Jack.
Big Jim Blogcast Live, for episode 312.
Blogcast Live, for episode 312.
All right, there we go. And I've got the bullhorn here. Oh, yeah. All right. Big Jim Blogcast Live. All right. Oh, yeah, that's what. All right, so, hold on a sec. All right. Fuck. All right. You didn't think I'd forget this, did you? The uke. Dun, 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 dun. All right. We'll just put that back over here. All right. So, and tonight's craft brewery, tonight's craft beer. We've got Prize Fighter. It's a Nicaraguan Dominican cigar I brought back up. So, all right, okay. So, and accompanying that is Maker's Mark Bourbon Whiskey. All right, so, on the rocks too. So tonight our craft beer, it is hazy IPA. It's by the Torch Brewing Company in Grand Bend, Ontario, Canada. Torch Brewing Company, they're right on the strip in Grand Bend. You can't miss them. They're a great little craft brewery there. I'm trying this beer for the very first time tonight. So, and like I said, when I do these craft beer reviews, I don't go, well, it's a very highbrow, high-tasting, very exquisite type beer, high society. No. Like I said, I go with my gut and what's in here. So, So, all right. Yeah. That sour tasting, that little bit of sourness is disappearing. So, it's, yeah, you can, the mango, the tangerine, the citrus, hint of pine, all that's mixed in there. And it's starting to go down really smoothly. So, whether it's a spring, summer, or fall beer, I'll let you know. It's got to grow on me all through the blogcast. So, yeah. Wow. Huh. All right. So I'll just give us a little bit of a top up here. You got to look at the texture of that. Very thick. So I'll just put this back here. All right. Big Jim Blogcast Live. All right. Boom, ba, bam. All right. So. Okay. All right. Just giving the apartment a little bit of a spray down there. I don't want this apartment to smell like an ashtray. So, yeah. This is Big Jim Blogcast Live version 7.0, episode 312, Sunday, March 23rd, 2025. Thank you for ending your weekend with me. All right. A little bit of a bongo there. So tonight we have, let's see here. We have, there might be a little bit of a bathroom break, so bear with me here. Now, we have a legendary character actor. You might not recognize him from mostly TV and movie. Excuse me. Wings Hauser. He was born Gerald Dwight Hauser, December 12, 1947, in Los Angeles, California. Wings earns his nickname when he played high school football as a wingback. Now, he makes his film debut as age 18, extensive TV and film career. Movies, First to Fight, Vice Squad. His movie career spanned from 1967 to 2010. First to Fight, Vice Squad, Hear No Evil, Mute Out, Deadly Force, A Soldier Story, Terror in the Isles, Command 5, Dark Horse, The Wind, Hostage, Raw Terror, Tough Guys Don't Dance, No Safe Haven, The Computer, L.A. Bounty, Reason to Die, Cold Fire, Pale Blood, Frame Up, Exiled in America, Watchers 3. Let's see, what do we got here? So there we go. The Insider, Original Gangsters, Avenging Angel, The Stone Angel. TV career ranged from 1975 to 2010. He was like a guest. All right. So, anyways, we'll move this around. He was like he appeared guest shots in Cannon, Beretta, Emergency, The Young and the Restless, Magnum PI, The Fall Guy, Hunter, Hardcastle McCormick, Airwolf, The A-Team, China Beach, Roseanne, Walker, Texas Ranger, Beverly Hills 90210, Jag, Kingpin, The Mentalist. 1970, he was a member of the band Vision of Sunshine on the Avco Embassy label. And in 1975, he released a solo album for RCA, Your Love Keeps Me Off the Streets. Unfortunately, you might recognize his son. This is his son, Cole Hauser. A little bit of a close-up right there. His son Cole Hauser plays Rip Wheeler in the TV show Yellowstone. So, all right. So there we go. Look at the resemblance between these two. So, unfortunately, Wings passed away at Saturday, March 15, 2025, age 77, in Santa Monica, California. He suffered from chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. And so, so too bad. Legendary character actor. So there we go. There's the extreme close-up. There's Wings Hauser, and then there's his son Cole Hauser. So there we go. And I did post a few of his movies, interview clips on my Blogcast page, my Facebook page. And later on, we'll have a 10 gong salute later on in the show for Wings and George Foreman. So, all right. So as we move on. All right. So, anyways, yeah. Okay. All right. All right. So, yeah, this is Big Jim Blogcast Live version 7.0, episode 312, Sunday, March 23rd, 2025. Send me the likes and loves there. All right. Yeah, okay. There we are. Okay. So if you are getting entertained tonight, you want to call up the hotline, 1-800-867-5309. Phone lines are burning up. Call me on your rotary phone right here or your cell. Ask me how's that beer going, Jim? How's that everything going? So if you can't call up, type in hello. So, all right, 1-800-867-5309. It is toll free to call. So, all right. Okay. So, all right. Also, I'm going to remind everybody tonight that Big Jim Blogcast Live is not spam. The audio version will go out later on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and all these audio listening platforms are listening to podcasts too. Plus, I have my own YouTube channel, Big Jim Blogcast Live at youtube.com. It'll go on there too. I want to give shouts out for you watching the Sarnia Port Elgin groups, especially Sarnia Rocks. Michelle, you guys rock. Chain Reaction, all the pop culture, retro, vintage, classic, nostalgia, yesteryear groups. All the Kiss, Van Halen, hard rock, hair metal, classic rock groups. All the craft beer, cigars, sci-fi, Star Trek, Star Wars, pro wrestling. All the blog and vlog groups. All the classic TV and movies, birthdays, bongos, Rubik's. Pop culture, George Foreman groups, right on. So, all right. So now we get to, oh fuck, we get to our movie here. All right, it is Kiss meets the Phantom of the Park. All right. So, anyways, I'll just check this out here. All right. So, I've got the movie on right now. Wow. This was released October 22nd, 1978. And this was when Kiss all released their solo albums. So, at the same time. So, anyways, I've got a few. All right. So, anyways, Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Park, released October 22nd, 1978. Let's see here. All right. The cast: Ace Frehley as himself, the spaceman; Gene Simmons as the demon. All right. So, Paul Stanley as himself, the Star Child; Peter Criss himself as the Catman. The plot. All right. So, Magic Mountain, Abner Devereaux. Oh yeah, we've got like a few more cast members of Kiss. Anthony Zerbe is Abner Devereaux. This is him, right there. All right. Carmen Caridi is Calvin Richard. Deborah Ryan is Melissa. Don Janice Johnson is Chopper. Now, the plot: Abner Devereaux plots to kidnap Kiss and the other Magic Mountain employees for mind control and take over the park as he is fired by the owner for his erratic behavior. Remember that? There, we got that. He's fired by the owner for his erratic behavior and unsafe practices towards all the Magic Mountain customers. Now, Kiss has a concert at the park, but Devereaux wreaks havoc on the park's guests with a robotic copy of Gene Simmons, and Devereaux steals the band's talismans. That gives the band their powers, and it causes their band to lose the powers. Devereaux sends the robots of Kiss to ruin the concert and incite a riot. The real Kiss escape the dungeon and retrieve the talismans and regain their powers. Kiss return to the stage. They defeat the imposters and save the concert. Post-show, Kiss, the owner of the park, and several fans discover Devereaux in a coma state and frozen. They remove his talisman. Wow. Random thoughts on this. With Kiss, there's always been the good, the bad, the ugly. And this was definitely the ugly. Like, I mean, the band cannot act, period. I mean, this was pitched as, like, actually, their manager at the time, the late Bill O'Coin, pitched them this, greenlit the movie, and pitched them this as a Star Wars meets Hard Day's Night. So, yeah. And so, Peter Criss couldn't act. Ace Frehley, has maybe 10 lines in this movie. Gak, gak. Gene Simmons roars like a lion. Their special effects powers. Paul has a laser coming from his eye, and you can see it's 1978 special effects. And so, here's more of there we go. That's what I'm talking. Abner Devereaux and his stun gun there. And him, there we go. Putting a mind control device in one of the customers there. And then there's legendary character actor Anthony Zerbe, who plays Abner Devereaux. And we've got a wigged out Peter Criss, so on the movie there. And Gene Simmons later on. Hey Gwen, how's it going? Gene Simmons thought he was a movie star. Like I said, it's like if you really, really, really have to be a big fan of Kiss to enjoy this movie. It's like, their powers. Ace has the ability to shoot lasers and teleport. Gene Simmons has strength and breathes fire and roars like a lion. Peter Criss has the agility, like superhuman agility and leaping powers. Paul Stanley can shoot a laser beam from his eye. So, anyways, like I said, you really, really have to be a huge fan of Kiss to enjoy this movie. It's like, to me, that it's like that there was a big, before pre-production, before they came to act, there was like a big table of coke for 50 lines of cocaine, other substances, booze. They're like, all right, guys, let's go shoot this movie. Do all the coke you want, do all the acid you want. Let's all right, and we can go shoot this movie. And it just seems like it. Wow. And so, but I did post a few the trailer for Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Park and a few scenes of this movie. Look for it on my Blogcast page and my Facebook page. And so, yeah, you really, really have to be a big fan. Suspension of disbelief to enjoy Kiss Phantom of the Park. And what it says, oh fuck. Kiss makes his first feature film debut in a spine-tingling mystery that matches Kiss's extraordinary powers against a mad scientist. So, but Ace Frehley, if you look closely, Ace Frehley is white. Now, and if you look closely at a black stuntman, so in the fight scenes, I've noticed it too. In the fight scenes, Kiss, Ace Frehley didn't fight it. It was a stunt double who was black. So, I mean, that's how fucked up this movie was. But yeah, it's like I said, you really have to be a big fan of Kiss to enjoy this movie and take it for what it is. It was pitched to them as Star Wars meets Hard Day's Night. So, all right. So, like I said, I posted more of the I posted their trailer on my Blogcast page, my Facebook page, and a few scenes from the movie. It was like scenes edited in from like other movies, but hey, like I said, Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Park, and yeah, you really have to be a big fan of Kiss to really enjoy this movie. I'd recommend dropping acid or, before watching this movie so you can understand it better, getting loaded, having a few more drinks, and then you'll probably understand this movie a whole lot better. So there we go, Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Park. All right, so yeah, okay, bam, boom. Well, Gwen, I would recommend that you take some mushrooms before watching that movie. You'll understand it a little bit better. If I've seen some really awful movies in my time, but wow, wow, I mean, And I gotta warn you guys, there might be a bathroom break for me coming up, so just chill. All right, so I wanna rock and roll all night and party every day. All right, the uke. Okay, so yeah, this is Big Jim Blogcast Live, version 7.0, episode 312, Sunday, March 23rd, 2025. Yeah, so our craft beer tonight is Wobble Pops. Yeah, take a whole bunch of those before you watch the movie. We've got a good cigar. It is a prize fighter, Nicaraguan. I got that from Riverfront Cigars right here in Sarnia. All right, so okay, all right, so yeah, good cigar here. It's a prize fighter cigar, Nicaraguan, Dominican. A lot accompanying that is our Maker's Mark whiskey, bourbon whiskey. Whoa, yeah. All right, and our craft beer for tonight. It is hazy IPA by the Torch Brewing Company. A second can. I'm going to open this up and top it up here. I am trying this beer for the very first time tonight. So, all right. It is torched. Let's see here. All right. Hazy IPA. Look at that. I got their glass by the Torch Brewing Company in Grand Bend, Ontario, Canada. Like I said, I'm trying this for the beer for the very first time tonight. Not that bad of a beer. You can taste the mango, the tangerine, and the citrus, all in that. They're all mixed in: mango, pine, citrus, tangerine. The sour taste went away. It does go down really smoothly. And I do give this a rating out of 10 later on the blogcast. So if you're still sticking around, feel free to throw out a number. So many you've done in the past. We're all about audience participation here at the blogcast. Whether it's a spring, summer, or fall beer, good back deck beer, good patio beer, good barbecue beer. Definitely, and look at the thickness of that. Look at the texture. So I'll just set this back here for now. All right. So, yeah. All right. Oh. All right. Hold on a sec. Bathroom break. All right. All right, I am back. All right, back. Okay. So, anyways, yeah, that's all right. You had me at. Well, okay, Gwen. Yeah. It's a pretty good beer so far. All right. So we get into our all right. So, anyways, all right. So we get into our one-hit wonder TV series. It was called Kingpin. Now, this is a cool show. It aired on NBC February 2nd, 2003, in the 2002-2003 season. If anybody remembers this, one season, 6 episodes. It was a really cool show. The cast was Yancey Aries as Miguel Cadena, Cheryl Lee as Marlene Cadena, Ruben Carbajal as Joey Cardina, Bobby Cannavale as Cheto Cadena, and Sean Young as Lori Lee Klein. Now, the plot of Kingpin was a Mexican drug trafficker, Miguel Cadena, his family, wife Marlene Cadena, brothers Cheto Cadena run a drug cartel, and they are in a brutal war with the U.S. Drug Enforcement Agency. The ongoing fight never allows it to allows its undercover warriors to know who is a friend or foe, even among the family. And so, executive producers were Aaron Spelling and E. Duke Vincent. So, Kingpin was supposed to be NBC's answer to The Sopranos and was also influenced by The Godfather. Low ratings, along with NBC's discomfort about a show about drug trafficker, unfortunately led to its cancellation. You have So this is what. All right. So, anyways, the principal cast here, and there's more. There's there we go. There's Joey Cadena and Miguel Cadena. There's Miguel Cadena with his brother Joey Cadena. The rest of them, the rest of the cast right there. So, like I said, Kingpin was up against, Sunday, NBC put it in the Sunday 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. time slot, and it had I mean, it had like the practice was on like ABC, and CBS had the Sunday night movie. So, but yeah, this is like I said, the Kingpin was a cool show. Yeah, like there we go. And this is the producer's cut, and so and I did post the Kingpin trailer and scenes from the TV show on my Blogcast page and my Facebook page, as we from two-time Emmy award-winning executive producer David Mills comes like Kingpin, a graphic depiction of a powerful drug trafficking family fighting to rule an empire in the face of both U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration and lethal underworld which they reside. So so yeah, we have we have The Odd Couple, Gimme Shelter, Black Magic Woman, French Connection, El Vicro. So, but all right. So, anyways, I dropped it here. All right. All right. So, ouch. All right, that hurt. So, anyways, rule the family, control the empire. So, like I said, this was a pretty cool show. Let's check it out there. All right. So, Kingpin. It lasted for one season, 6 episodes, and it could have gone on longer. It was too bad because this was a well-written show with well-written characters. And it was supposed to be NBC's answer to The Sopranos. So, but if you're ever in Goodwill or if you ever come across this show, pick it up because it was like a really cool show. So, we'll put this back there. There's more pictures of the family. Well, it's competition. The practice on ABC. And the CBS Sunday night movie. We've got like the whole family there. There. And then, yeah, and then, all right. So, but yeah, like I said, it was a cool show for its time. And it aired 2002, 2003 TV season. So, yeah. All right. All right, I'm getting ash on me here. So, anyways. All right, so. All right, just spraying the apartment down here. Close this up. All right, so don't want the apartment to smell like a ashtray there. So this is Big Jim Blogcast Live, version 7.0, episode 312, Sunday, March 23rd, 2025. Thank you for watching. All right, so yeah, as there we are. So yeah. All right. So bongo solo there. We've got like our bullhorn here. Big Jim Blogcast Live. All right. So yeah. As we get to our mouse droid. All right, so basically, we get to like this guy. If you've seen this mouse droid in Star Wars and all the Star Wars movies here. Now it's an MSE-6 series repair droid, often used for delivery and maintenance purposes. MSE-6 units were used on the Star Destroyers and both Death Stars. So, MSE-6 stood 25 centimeters tall and ran on 4 wheels. Most droids carried out cleanup and basic repair duties and also served as communication and security fields. Most droids had only one single skill. multi-link mouse droids could come together and pool their resources for more complex assignments. Mouse droids could be seen guarding troops throughout military installations. MSE-6 units were also rigged to melt down if captured by the enemy. Mouse droids were required to be programmed in the complete residence of their assigned areas. And so, yeah, so basically it looks like a toaster oven. Looks like a combination toaster oven vacuum cleaner, portable vacuum cleaner there. Like one of those like roving robots. And so that is your mouse droid, and it was like located on both Death Stars and Star Destroyers. And so, and I did post more of the mouse droid schematics on my Blogcast page and my Facebook page. So look for it. There we go. And so, all right, that is your mouse droid. Okay. So, anyways, now, again, I'm going to remind people for tonight that Big Jim Blogcast Live is not spam. The audio version will go out later on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and all these audio listening platforms where it's your podcast to, plus my own YouTube channel, Big Jim Blogcast Live at YouTube.com. I want to give shouts out to you watching in the Sarnia Port Elgin groups, especially Sarnia Rocks. Michelle, you guys rock. Supporting Sarnia 2.0, you gotta love Sarnia. Vicky, how you doing? Glad to see you out here tonight. All the pop culture, retro, vintage, nostalgic, classic, yesteryear groups, all the Van Halen, Kiss, hard rock, hair metal, classic rock groups, all the craft beer, cigars, sci-fi, Star Wars, pro wrestling, blogspot, classic blog and vloggers, classic TV and movies, birthdays, Bongos, Rubik's. All right. Yeah. So, all right. Once again, we are not spam. Like us, share, subscribe to us. Oh yeah. And for the second time tonight, I'm going to do the cube thing. All right. I'll take this out of its like Big Jim Blogcast Live coffee mug. Good night, Vicky. Tonight's color is white. So if you or anybody who's under 30 or under 40 doesn't know what this is, premise is pretty simple. It was a legendary toy from the 80s. Premise is simple. All 9 sides. You got to get like all same color, all the same sides. Tonight I'm going to try and get all white on the side. Tonight's color. So boom. Here we go. Give it a couple of spins. Boom, 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 boom. All right. There we are. Okay. So, all right. You biatch. Come on. Let's go. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. All right. So, let's see here. Come on. All right. So, that is what I got so far. All right. This is the second of 3 tries tonight. Sherry, I see you're out there. Welcome, Sherry. So that's it. I'll put it back in its Big Jim Blogcast Live coffee mug. All right. Couple of strings of the uke there. All right. So, yeah. Put this back over here. Okay. And give it... All right. Let's see what our notifications are here. All right. So, anyways, yeah. Our craft beer for tonight. Craft beer for tonight, accompanied by a good cigar, Prize Fighter. It's a Dominican cigar. Got that from Riverfront Cigars. It is accompanied by Maker's Mark Bourbon Whiskey. All right. Oh, yeah. All right. So, our craft beer for tonight, it is hazy. It's an IPA. So, not now. It is by the Torch Brewing Company in Grand Bend, Ontario, Canada. Torch Brewing Company, they're on Highway 21. They're right on the main strip. And if you get a chance, go in there and visit the place. It's a nice little brewery. I am trying this beer for the very first time tonight. Give us a little top up here. Look at the texture of that. See, I got one of their glass here. All right, so there we go. Look at that, Torch Brewing. You can taste all the all the citrus, tangerine, mango, and pine in it. Like they blended all that together. It's got a bit of an aftertaste to it, but not that much. Very good beer, whether it's a spring. I'm going to go out on a limb. I'm going to say this is a good spring beer. So, yeah, good spring beer, good sunset beer. When you're with your honey, you guys can have this beer and drink it to the sunset. Let's see, what do we got here? All right, so, yeah. And I do give this a rating out of 10 later on in the blogcast. So if you're still here and sticking around, you want to throw out a number between 1 and 10, feel free to do so. So I'll just put this back here. All right. So, yeah. Okay. So that is the... all right. Oh, God. All right, a little bit of a bongo solo there. All right. This is Big Jim Blogcast Live, version 7.0, episode 312, Sunday, March 23rd, 2025. So as we get to our... all right. So as we get to our... all right. So anyways, we're going to get to our, all right. So, anyway, bang. All right, as we get to our, pro wrestling bad gimmicks, this was the Shockmaster. Now, this was in WCW. His real name is Fred Ottman. Last week I did, a classic tag team. He is, Fred Ottman, what used to be Tugboat Typhoon, a.k.a. the Shockmaster. Previous blogcast, he was a part of the natural disasters, along with Earthquake, and they're going into the WWE Hall of Fame WrestleMania weekend. But anyways, Fred Ottman, formerly Tugboat and Typhoon in the WWF, joins WCW in 1993. Ottman was set to make his debut alongside Sting, Dusty Rhodes, Davey Boy Smith. In an 8-man War Games match against Sid Vicious, Big Van Vader, Kane and Cole Harlem Heat at Fall Brawl in 1993. So, in front of a live audience at the Clash of the Champions on a special Flair for the Gold, hosted by Ric Flair, Sting and Davey Boy were kind of confronted by Sid and Harlem Heat, demanding to know who the new partner is for the match. Sting... he goes, all I can say is that our new partner is going to shock the world. It is none other than the Shockmaster. The camera, we have, Big Sid Vicious there, and he used to be, Tugboat in the WWF. The camera zoomed in on a set of in front of a sheetrock wall with a pyrotech explosion set off. The Shockmaster wearing glittery stormtrooper helmet. I'm surprised Lucasfilm didn't sue these people, didn't sue WCW for a ripoff. Give it a closer look there. So, the Shockmaster crashed through and tripped through the wall over a piece of lumber. He fell forward. His helmet falls off. He grabs the helmet, puts it back on, and through a microphone, he threatens Sid and Harlem Heat. Off-screen voice. The off-screen voice was provided by Ole Anderson, the late Ole Anderson. Sting, Sid Vicious remained in character. Smith, Harlem Heat laughed at the Shockmaster. The announcer said nothing. So this, you have to really see this to believe it. And luckily, I posted it on my blogcast page and my Facebook page. I saw this live for the very first time, when I was on TV, and I couldn't believe it myself. WCW tried to continue with the angle. The team of Sting, Smith, Dustin Rhodes, and Ottman won the War Games match. Fred Ottman was slightly repackaged as a construction worker, but WCW soon abandoned the whole gimmick and idea. He returns to 1994. He would return Fred Ottman would return in 1994 as Typhoon. So there we go. There's like Fred Ottman, who was the Shockmaster. The Shockmaster. I did post that infamous this guy has made a career out of this too. He goes around all these comic cons and talks about the Shockmaster, even on podcasts. So yeah, like I said, I did post that the whole Flair for the Gold special, and it was funny. It was just really funny, and I'm like I said, I'm surprised that George Lucas or Lucasfilm didn't sue WCW for. There it is. There's a close up of it. There's Fred Ottman, aka Tugboat Typhoon, the Shockmaster, and there's the Flair for the Gold segment before the Shockmaster came out. And so, okay, so yeah, all right, and yeah, like I said. So, yeah, the Shockmaster. I come to think of, what if he didn't trip over that piece of lumber? What would happen? It's a glittery, look at that. I said, I'm surprised that Lucasfilm or anybody from George Lucas or anybody from Lucasfilm didn't get their lawyers on the phone and sue them for even using that Stormtrooper helmet painted in glittery paint. So, all right. So, anyways, I did post more of the Shockmaster's debut on my Blogcast page and my Facebook pages. So, yeah. All right. So, that was that. All right, this is Big Jim Blogcast Live, version 7.0, episode 312. It is Sunday, March 23rd, 2025. If you want to call me up on the hotline, feel free, 1-800-867-5309. Call me from your rotary phone here or your cell, and ask, and just, hey, Jim, how's that beer going down? How's the Blogcast doing? Love the Blogcast tonight. There we go. So, yeah, I may be I may be a little bit late tonight. There we go. So, anyways, rotary phone or cell, 1-800-867-5309, toll free to call. 1-866-5309. All right. Boom. Okay. And, yeah. Boom. All right, bongo solo there for people who wanted it. All right. There we go. Bit of the uke there, but all right. So, yeah. Our craft beer tonight, accompanied by a great cigar. It's a prize fighter cigar. Dominican. Accompanying that is our Maker's Mark whiskey, bourbon whiskey. Oh God. Oh yeah. Ooh. And tonight's craft beer, it is called Hazy. It's an IPA. It's by the Torch Brewing Company in Grand Bend, Ontario, Canada. I give it a rating out of 10 later on in the Blogcast. So let's see, what do we got here? All right. So yeah, I'm trying this beer for the very first time tonight. Wow. All right, I'll just give it a good little top up. All right. Torch Brewing Company is on the main strip on Highway 21 in Grand Bend. If you're passing through there, visit them. They're a great little brewery. Like, they've produced some great beers in the past. This beer, it's a spring beer. It's got you can taste all of the mango, pine, tangerine, citrus in it, and it does go down smoothly. I mean, like I said, it's a good sunset beer when you're with your significant other. You guys can have this. Like, it's a good, I can say it's a good back deck beer, good patio beer. It does go down. The sour taste, like, really disappeared the first few tries. But yeah, like, I mean, good spring beer, whether it's a spring, summer, whether it's summer or fall. I'll let you know. It's got to grow on me all through the blogcast. So, and like I said, I'm going to slap a rating on it of 1 to 10. And if you guys want to, you can throw in a number. If you think it matches up with mine, feel free to do so. So I'll just place this right back here. All right. So, okay. All right. Oh, fuck. There we go. Just doing a bit of like, there we go. So, yeah. All beer is good for the summer. Yeah, I like that right there. All right. Yeah. And so, anyways, as we move on, we've got like this guy, George Foreman. Now, unfortunately, he passed away Friday, March 21st, age 76. Friday, March 21st, 2025, age 76 in Houston, Texas. The man, we're gonna go over. I'm not gonna get into his whole career, but he was born January 10th, 1949, in Marshall, Texas, United States. His boxing stats, in his prime, he stood at like 6'3". His reach was 78 inches. Boxing record, over his career, he fought a total of 81 matches. Wins 76, wins by knockout 68, and only 5 losses. Now, June 28, 1995, at age 46, he was the oldest world champion in history. His amateur career, he wins a gold medal at the 1968 Summer Olympics. His most feared opponents were Muhammad Ali, Michael Moore, Evander Holyfield, Tommy Morrison, Jerry Cooney, Bert Cooper, David Jays, Tony Felizani, Frank Lux, Joe Frazier, George Chuvalo, Ron Lyle, Jack O'Halloran. All right. So, anyways, what do we got here? All right. Major world titles: 3-time WBA heavyweight champion, a 1-time WBC heavyweight champion, a 1-time IBF heavyweight champion. Minor world titles: 2-time WBC heavyweight champion, IBA heavyweight champion. Regional international titles: 2-time NABF heavyweight champion, Pan American heavyweight champion. He's also parlayed that in the George Foreman grill, which made him a very wealthy man. I've got one. I've got a George Foreman grill. He's appeared in like from 1975 to 2022, The $6 Million Man, Sanford and Son, Home Improvement. He also had his own sitcom, George, King of the Hill, Fast and Loud, Better Than Late Than Never, the Masked Singer. And unfortunately, there he is with his like, all right, there we go. George Foreman in his prime. Unfortunately, George Foreman passes away Friday, March 21st, 2025, age 76 in Houston, Texas. A real boxing legend there. Boom. And I did post highlights of his like boxing career on my blogcast page and my Facebook pages. Look for it. There we go. So, all right. Okay, this is Big Jim Blogcast Live, version 7.0, episode 312, Sunday, March 23rd, 2025. Bongo. All right, bam. All right, so, all right. Yeah, our craft beer for tonight. Accompanied by a good cigar. It's a prize fighter. Wait a minute. I'm going to... All right. It's a Dominican Republic cigar. It's appropriate for tonight because, like George Foreman, I got this cigar at like Riverfront Cigars in Sarnia. Accompanying our craft beer for tonight, and the cigar is Maker's Mark, Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. Yeah. All right. And all right. Our craft beer for tonight, it is hazy. It's an IPA. It's by the Torch Brewing Company in like Grand Bend, Ontario, Canada. I am trying this beer for the very first time tonight. All right. Yeah. At the beginning of the blogcast, this had like a sour tasting aftertaste to it, but it doesn't anymore. It grows on you. It's a good back deck beer, good spring. Well, what the hell? Good spring and summer beer. It brings together the mango, tangerine, citrus flavors in it. Goes down smoothly. At first, it had a sour tasting aftertaste to it, but that disappeared pretty quickly. I got one of their glass here, Torch Brewing. Look at that texture there. I'm going to top it up. Like I said, yeah, if you're ever in Grand Bend, stop in to the Torch Brewing Company. They're a great craft brewery. They produce some award-winning beers. And so, I'll just place this back here. But if you want to throw out a number from 1 to 10, see if it matches up with mine, feel free to do so. So, all right, here we go. There might be another bathroom break. I don't know. So, all right. Bongo. Bam. All right. So, oh yeah, and I want to remind everybody tonight that Big Jim Blogcast Live is not spam. The audio version will go out later on the Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and all these audio listening platforms which are podcast too, plus my own YouTube channel, Big Jim Blogcast Live at youtube.com. I want to give shouts out to you watching the Port Elgin Sarnia groups, especially Sarnia Rocks. Michelle, you guys rock. Do a lot for the community. Supporting Sarnia 2.0. You gotta love Sarnia, Ontario. All the pop culture, retro, classic, vintage, nostalgia, yesteryear groups. All the Van Halen, hard rock, hair metal, classic rock, Kiss groups. All the craft beer, cigars. Sci-fi, Star Trek, Star Wars, pro wrestling. Blog and vlog groups. All the classic TV movies, birthdays, bongos, Rubik's. Yeah. And so, all the pop culture groups. So, yeah, this is Big Jim Blogcast Live, version 7.0, episode 312, Sunday, March 23rd, 2025. Thank you for ending your weekend with me. And tonight we were going to go with like a classic legacy album, but I ditched that last minute in favor. We've got like our classic album. It is Van Halen 2. Yeah, and so Van Halen 2. All right, it is 46 years ago. 46 years ago. It was on this day, March 23rd, 1979. It is 46 years old. It was released March 23rd, 1979, on this day. For all you Van Halen fans, wow. And here's the boys on the back. All right. David Lee Roth, Michael Anthony, Eddie Van Halen, and Alex Van Halen. It was recorded at Sunset Sound Recorders December 10th to the 16th, 1978. In 1 week. Produced by Ted Templeman. You know, Ted Templeman, who has worked with like the Doobie Brothers, Carly Simon, Van Morrison, and Honeymoon Suite. You've got the band, Edward Van Halen on guitar, Alex Van Halen on drums, David Lee Roth is a singer, Michael Anthony on bass. Now we've got like, all right, so we've got side 1, You're No Good, Dance the Night Away, Somebody Get Me a Doctor, Bottoms Up, Out of Love Again, side 2, Light Up the Sky, Spanish Fly, DOA, Women in Love, and Beautiful Girls. I love the song like Dance the Night Away, Somebody Get Me a Doctor, Beautiful Girls, kick-ass songs. Like Van Halen used a Putman 610 console to record the album. Most of the songs on Van Halen 2 were demos recorded in 1976. Dance the Night Away became Van Halen's top 20 hit, inspired by Fleetwood Mac's Go Your Own Way. It's about... Dance the Night Away was about like a girl who put her pants on backwards while escaping police officers. David Lee Roth saw this girl having sex in the parking lot. Police officers almost caught her. She put her pants on backwards. The cover art, art direction, Dave Briang, photography, Niels Lozer. Personal management, Noel Monk. Noel was their manager at the time, this guy, and he recollects about Van Halen 3 or Van Halen 2 reached number 6 of the Billboard album charts, selling over 6 million records and more by 2004. Van Halen 2 is this got the band out of a $1.5 million debt with Warner Brothers. What you don't realize is that there we go. On the first album and everything, when Van Halen first started out, they didn't realize that every hotel room they trashed, everything, every TV thrown out the window, food, liquor, booze was being paid for, was being taken out of their royalties by. They signed a shitty deal, and all that expenses on the road were taken out of their royalties, and they owed Warner Brothers by the end of the year $1.5 million. Wow, holy shit. But this album got them out of that. The album sales, it was, the album wiped out that debt, made them rich men. Van Halen 2, there we go. And yeah, so, but it's really a really good album, classic album. The Bumblebee guitar wasn't used on the album for the World Vacation Tour. The World Vacation Tour started March 25th, 1979 to October 7th, 1979. They toured U.S., Canada, and Europe. It was their first headlining tour for Van Halen 2. Solidified them as superstars. What do we got here in the liner notes here? Well, all right. Well, so anyways, there's the inside cover. There's the back of it. David Lee Roth. There we go. Nurses. But yeah, this album is 46 years old today, March 23rd, 1979. So anyways, yeah, this is Van Halen 2. And I posted Dance the Night Away and Beautiful Girls, Somebody Get Me a Doctor on my Blogcast page and my Facebook pages. Shared to that. Look for it, like it. Plus, interview with David Lee Roth and Edward Van Halen, how it was made. The producer, Ted Templeman, who produced this, also worked with the Doobie Brothers, Carly Simon, Nicolette Larson, Van Morrison, and Honeymoon Suite. So good producer there. Personal management, Noel Monk. Noel in his Noel Monk, personal management in his book. He wrote a book about managing Van Halen from 1975 to 1984. Told the story about meeting with Warner Brothers executives about where they want where they want Van Halen 2 to land on the top 40 chart, on the Billboard chart, and he realized, holy shit, I can call Van Halen's position, this album, and he said, I can put this album at number 40 So wise move there. So number 40 gives them a place to go in the charts, and unfortunately, it moved to the number 6 position. So good call on that, Noel. There we go. Noel Monk, the late Noel Monk, first manager for Van Halen. And so, all right. So anyways, that is Van Halen 2. Released on this day, March 23rd, 1979, for all you Van Halen fans. So, all right. All right. So, yeah. That's a good, all right. Well, maybe we can... all right. So, Big Jim Blogcast Live. All right. All right. Come on. All right. There we go. All right. Another cigar, fresh one, same one. All right. All right. Excuse me. All right. It's a prize fighter cigar. Got that from Riverfront Cigars right here in Sarnia at Riverfront Cigars. All right. So, yeah. Big Jim Blogcast Live, version 7.0, episode 312, Sunday, March 23rd, 2025. I am going to do, for the third time tonight, I am going to, get the, Big Jim Blogcast Live coffee mug, the cube. All right. There we go. I'm going, for the third time tonight, I'm going to try and get one all white side. This is a Rubik's Cube. And for those of you who do not know, it's a classic Rubik's Cube. It's a legendary toy from the 80s. Its premise is pretty simple. The objective is pretty simple. There's all 9 sides, all 9 colors. You have to get the same color, same side. But tonight, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do the white side. So here we go. A couple of turns. I'm going to try and get full. All right, so, okay. Okay, so, all right. All right, boom, boom, boom. All right, so, anyways, there we are. All right, okay, come on. Oh, let's go. All right, so I'm trying to figure out, all right, well, there we go. I didn't get that, so that's what I got right there. And I'll set it back in its Big Jim Blogcast Live coffee mug. All right, so, all right. Dance the night away. There we are. So, all right. Okay. All right. So I'm just gonna there we go. Spraying down the apartment. I just don't want it to smell like an ashtray. Excuse me. Good cigar. Got it prize fighter. There we go. That's it's a Dominican Republic cigar. Accompanying that is Maker's Mark, Kentucky Bourbon Straight Whiskey. For tonight. Oh, yeah. Woo. All right. So, anyways, our craft beer for tonight, it is Hazy IPA. It is by the Torch Brewing Company. I'll give it a little top up here. Full glass. It is by the Torch Brewing Company in Grand Bend, Ontario. I'm trying this for the very first time tonight. All right. This is a good beer. You can taste all all the mango. You can taste the citrus, tangerine, mango, and the pine in it. They mixed it all together. It's a good spring, summer, and fall beer. I'll give it that. It's a good back deck beer. Good sunset beer when you're with your honey or your significant other. All right. So it used to have a sour taste, but it grew on me all through the blogcast. So I said shortly I will give it a rating out of 10. So if anybody who's watching want to type in a number, see what I'll give it, matches up with mine, feel free to do so. And I will place this back here. All right. So, okay. All right. Bam. All right. Now, my most favorite time in the blogcast. All right. Is called This Week in Van Halen History. All right. And we cover March 17th to the 23rd. All right. So, yeah. All right, here we go. March 17th, 1998, Van Halen releases Van Halen 3 with Gary Cherone, this version, and signs autographs at Virgin Megastore in New York, New York. March 17th, 1979, Sammy Hagar opens for Boston at the Met Center in Minneapolis, Minnesota. March 18th, 1977, Van Halen opens for Nils Lofgren at the Civic Auditorium in Santa Monica, California. March 18th, 2015, Edward Van Halen releases a promo video for the 5150-1115 amplifier. March 19th, 1980, Van Halen begins the World Invasion Tour at the Memorial Arena in Victoria, BC, Canada. March 19th, 1991, David Lee Roth plays KB Halen in Copenhagen, Denmark. March 20th, 1984, Van Halen plays a Spectrum in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. March 20th, 1999, Sammy Hagar and the Wabaritas play the Hard Rock Cafe in Culver City, California. March 21st, 1991, David Lee Roth plays the Vorst National in Brussels, Belgium. March 22nd, 1995, Van Halen plays Lake Fun Arena in the New Orleans University in Louisiana. March 22nd, 1974, Montrose appears on the Midnight Special for the NBC Studios in Burbank, California. And March 23rd, 1979, Van Halen releases their second album, Van Halen 2. All right, so, bam. And that is all for this week in Van Halen history. All right, so, yeah. All right, where are we? All right. So, yeah. All right. And like I said, yeah, so. All right. Puffing on the cigar there. All right. So, anyways, before I'm going to be, I will rate the beer. I'm going to rate the beer right now. So if anybody, what am I going to give it? You think? Let's see. I've thought long and hard about this. My craft beer for tonight, accompanied by the cigar, Prize Fighter. It's a Dominican Republic cigar. All right. And it's accompanied by Maker's Mark whiskey, Kentucky Straight Bourbon whiskey. You may not be too far off the mark there, Gwen, but my final thoughts on this beer. All right. So tonight's beer is Hazy IPA by the Torch Brewing Company in Grand Bend, Ontario, Canada. Torch Brewing Company, great brewery right there on the Strip. If you get a chance, go in. It's a friendly little place. All right. Strong citrus, tangerine, mango flavor, pine, all that's mixed in there. You can taste it. It does go down. There's a sour tasting aftertaste to it at first, but when you get used to this beer, it goes down really smoothly. It's a spring, summer, and fall beer. Good back deck patio beer. Good sunset beer when you're with your honey or your significant other. It's a soap opera beer. You can use that when you're watching your shows on Young and the Restless or All My Children. Or Days of Our Lives or whatever. That's the first time I've used that reference though. Holy shit. All right. So let's see. All right, not that, not that. Not that, not that, not that. Thought long and hard about it. All right. So, all right. Well, here's what I'm going to give it. And Gwen, you were right. I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. All right. So, all right. 7 out of 10 on Hazy IPA by the Torch Brewing Company in Grand Bend, Ontario, Canada. So, anyways, yeah, Gwen, I think you were right on the money with that. Where does that land on the charts here? 7 out of 10. Let's see. All right. So let's see. Very good, well executed, but not enough quite good to buy again immediately. And I think that okay, yeah, very good. So it landed in the 7 out of 10. All right. So, all right. So anyways, yeah, 7 out of 10 for, and no, you don't win a prize, Gwen. So, but, thanks for participating there. So it's a good back deck beer, good patio beer, good soap opera beer, it's good sunset beer when you're like with your significant other, your honey. It's like goes down very smoothly. At first it has a sour aftertaste to it, but it's very good. 7 out of 10. All right. So yeah, we'll just place this back here. All right. So, all right. All right. Okay. So, yeah. Now, all right, now that we've gotten that out of the way, if you want to get some t-shirts, you want a t-shirt like mine, yeah, I know, eh? Fuck. So, yeah, if you want a t-shirt like mine, Big Jim Blogcast Live, baseball jersey, front and back, logo front and back, or tank top or any design, $35, shipping and handling included, 4 to 6 weeks for delivery. You just email me on my Blogcast page or my Facebook page with like a money order or an e-transfer, and I'll do my best to get that out to you within 4 to 6 weeks. There they are. You want the classic design, you want a t-shirt, baseball jersey, tank top, any design, you like inbox me, and with $35, ship it with e-transfer money order, and I'll do my best to get that out to you. Shipping and handling is included. 4 to 6 weeks for delivery. Right on. So, all right, bam. The hotline, if you want, call me up on the hotline, 1-800-867-5309. Toll free to call. Use your rotary phone or your cell. Hey, Jim, I liked tonight's broadcast. That beer was okay. Yada, yada, yada. Toll free to call, 1-800-867-5309. I might be late, so hey, there we go. All right. Boom. All right. Okay. Whew. All right. I know you don't. Fuck. I'll probably see you out at the Point Brewery or something like that. I'll buy fuck. We'll have a drink together. Should have came out like ups and downs last night. I was there. I had a good time. All right. So, anyways, fourth time tonight, I'm going to do the cube thing. I'll take it over. It's Big Jim Blogcast Live coffee mug right there. I'm going to try and get a full white side. For those of you who don't know what this is like a Rubik's Cube. It was a legendary toy in the 80s. If you're under 40, you probably don't know. But premise is pretty simple. The objective is pretty simple. All 9 sides, all colors. Tonight I'm going with white. So, all right. So here we go. Boom, 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 boom. All right. Okay, let's see. Come on, man. Fuck. All right. Okay. So, all right. That's what I got. So there we go. I couldn't do that. Like, I mean, fuck. Put it back. Big Jim Blogcast Live coffee mug. All right. So, anyways, yeah. All right. All right. The uke. Okay. So, all right. So just spray the apartment down. Didn't want it to smell like a ashtray. So, I've got an inspirational, motivational quote for everybody. Some people think it's holding on that makes them strong, but sometimes it's letting go that does make you strong. I'll repeat that. Some people think it's holding on that makes them strong, but sometimes it's letting go that does. And that's by Unknown. So that's tonight's quote there. So anyways, with the Blogcast, I want to remind everybody that Big Jim Blogcast Live is not spam. The audio version will go out later on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and all these audio listening platforms. We're going to see your podcast too, plus my own YouTube channel, Big Jim Blogcast Live at youtube.com. I want to give shouts out to be watching the Sarnia Port Elgin groups. Lizards Bar and Grill, Stokes Inland, Sarnia Rocks. Michelle, you guys rock. You do a lot for the community. Supporting Sarnia 2.0s. You gotta love Sarnia. All the pop culture, retro, classic, vintage, nostalgia, yesteryear groups. You too, Gwen. All the craft beer, like all the Van Halen, Kiss, hard rock, hair metal, classic rock groups, craft beer, cigars, sci-fi, Star Trek, Star Wars, pro wrestling, blog and vlog groups, all the classic TV and movies, birthdays, bongos, Rubik's. There we go. So you're not going to see me next weekend, but all right. All right, people. The Big Jim Blogcast Live, version 7.0, episode 312, Sunday, March 23rd, 2025. We give a 7 out of 10 to our craft beer review and ACIPA by the Torch Brewing Company in Grand Bend, Ontario, Canada. Our birthday shout-outs, Catherine Mass, Jason Dean Simon, Bill Dennis, Local Rolla, Peter Montcorva, Renee Duquette, Marie Joseph, Gloria Vassal, winning Norman Countdowns, local events, the career of Wings Hauser. Whoa, wait a minute. Ten Gong salute to Wings Hauser and George Foreman. Kiss Beats the Fan of the Park, our TV show Kingpin, Star Wars Mouse Droids, Wrestling Shockmaster, our George Foreman trivia, our classic album Van Halen 2, This Week in Van Halen History. Alright, you're not going to see me next weekend, but be good. For Big Jim Blogcast Live, version 7.0, episode 312, Sunday, March 23rd, I'm Jim. So, cheers everyone. Rock out to the song. It's a prize fighter cigar. Dominican Republic got that from Riverfront Cigars. Oh yeah, there we go. Maker's Mark. Alright, so. Alright, and a craft beer. 7 out of 10. Hazy IPA, Torch Brewing Company. In Grand Bend, Ontario, Canada. Go visit them. Cheers, everyone. You won't see me this weekend? No, you won't. So, cheers. All right. Yeah. All right. Boom. All right. Cheers, everyone. You won't see me next weekend. This is Big Jim Blogcast Live, version 7.0, episode 312, Sunday, March 23rd, 2025. Cheers. Peace out. And you'll see me the other weekend. So, Hey, cheers.